Okay, so I hope I'm coming in loud and clear. I haven't done this in a while, live stream, so I hope I'm prepared. So appreciate everybody stopping by. I was going to show off the background screen here, talk a little bit about silver. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to take more silver questions and cryptocurrency questions than I will be talking about it. I can't even think straight right now. So I hope everybody's doing okay. Debonair Dylan, thank you. Above and Below. JK, Pioneer, Chris S, Southwest Colorado. Man, I would love to come up there and ski Keystone and A Basin. Adrienne, thank you so much. And Sound Money Stacker, thank you so much. Happy Saturday to you. Everything sounds good. I'm just gonna, wait a little bit for a few people to come into the room. There we go again. But while we're doing that, I want to show you some of the crypto prices real quick. Some of the, the silver and gold prices real quick. So let me just change the screen. Let's try that. And before I do that, let's click on that. There we go. So as you can see, the markets are closed, but they closed at $23.06 a troy ounce of silver. Again, I can talk till I'm blue in the face about it. Silver has a habit of just staying stagnant within that 20-30 cent range and just fluctuating. So there's really not much to talk about other than the fact that I can't wait till midterm elections come around. And hopefully we will see a change in the silver and gold market. Gold is shooting at $1,819 per troy ounce of gold. Again, silver is $23.06. Both are pretty much stagnant. In the cryptocurrency markets, if you take a look at the right side of your screen, the 1 hour, the 24 hour, and the 7-day, everything seems to be in the green. But then again, nothing special to report when you go to look at your price column. For example, Bitcoin's $47,700. XRP is 78 cents, which is actually down from where it normally resides at, a little bit above a dollar. So I'm hoping to see some gains there because that's where I have a few dollars in. Other than that, there's nothing else to report. The markets are green. I'm hoping the new week will bring a change to these crypto markets. I have a feeling that big money has been gambling a little bit, driving the prices of these markets down. They've been shorting the market. And what that really means is they bet that the market will fall. And they're basically just driving down the markets. And it won't be long before they go long. So hopefully within the next couple of weeks, we're going to see a turnaround on the cryptocurrency markets. I wanted to show you something here. By the way, can you all see these screens? Because I hope everything, it looks like you can see the screen. I need to wake up a little bit. So you ever see the, let me get this one back up here. Hold on a second. Make sure you can hear. Desktop audio. Beautiful. Okay. Boom, boom. Okay. You ever see those videos or even television excerpts where you have a news reporter or somebody going around the university campuses and just randomly asking them questions? What continent is, where is the continent of Africa? Little things like that, little questions, historical questions. Who is the president of the United States? Who is the, who is this person? Who's that person? And 99% of the time, these college-educated people who are allowed to vote, mind you, do not know anything about anything. Okay? They don't know who's in charge of the Department of Defense, the Secretary of Defense. They don't know anything. They don't know what accomplishments X, Y, or Z president has done, let alone who is the vice president. They're clueless. I want to play this video here. It's a very short. I'm actually only going to let it run 30 seconds, 40 seconds. But he says some historical characters. I don't want to say the word character, but historical people. And who is he speaking to? Because I can tell you who he's speaking to. Hold on just a second.
How do you want to be remembered? Do you want to be on the side of Dr. King or George Wallace? Do you want to be on the side of John Lewis or Bull Connor? Do you want to be on the side of Abraham Lincoln or Jefferson Davis? This is the moment to decide.
Okay, let me get the screen back so I can see you folks. Okay. Fix this. So one would need to ask, first of all, who's he speaking to? Right? Who is he speaking to? He's not speaking to conservatives because they've already made up their mind. He is not speaking to hardcore Democrats or leftists because they too have made up their minds. Who is he speaking to? He is speaking to the middle of the road, the people who have not made decisions, the people who are malleable, the people who pretty much are going to college and they have no effing clue the names he just spouted. They be lucky to know who Abraham Lincoln was. Just an observation. And what they're trying to do is steal your right to vote, to federalize the voting process. All in the name, mind you. All in the name is all in fairness of you being able to vote. Never had a problem with the process until they see themselves as losing. But it is amazing. Let's take a look at some other news here. By the way, thank you. If you haven't subscribed or if you haven't given me a thumbs up, I really would appreciate it. Thank you so much. So let's take a look at some breaking news. I just sometimes will scroll up and down this thing and just laugh at some of the news. So we have a monster eruption of a volcano. There is major tsunami warnings spanning the west coast of the United States and a lot of big cities that are along the ocean fronts. I hope this actually rinses off California, if you know what I mean. Rinses it off. Rinses the filth away. Obviously, upper left here, you had some politician who's ignoring her own mask mandate in a restaurant. I don't even want to pay any mind to it. I'm not going to even read those articles. There was one that I was laughing about. DeSantis, Democrat challenger, compares him to Hitler. She's saying that DeSantis is like Hitler, yet he has one of the freest states, no sales tax in Florida, some of the lowest COVID infection rates in the country. Just something, but he's like Hitler. It's funny how they are allowed to say anything. And then again, I have to repeat myself. Who are they speaking to? They're not speaking to conservatives. They've already made up their mind, and they're too smart to fall for this. They're not speaking to the hardcore left. They've already made their mind, and they love the agenda. They're speaking to the malleable, the people who can be manipulated. Just want to say this. This is what I laughed about, if I can find it again. Here it is. Lori Loughlin, you know, she lost that case and actually got sentenced for bribing a college to allow her daughters into it. I don't know the details, but she was also fined heavily. Along with her sentence, she was fined. What luck! What luck! What a coincidence! Her house, her home was burglarized, estimated $1 million in jewelry stolen. Call in the insurance company, let's make a claim. You know what happened? She called up Mr. X, Y, and Z. Hey, you know, I'm going to be out of the house here. I need you to bust down a door, get inside, cause some damage, make it look like, you know, the house is ransacked, okay? And we'll give you $10,000 if you just, you know, help us out here. That's how she's going to pay for her fines, by the way. If you can't see through this, it's just simply amazing. Just simply amazing. Who else? I'm hearing reports that a lot of the COVID tests, not all of them, a lot of the COVID tests are being imported into the country. Where are they being imported from, you might ask? China. They exported the virus, and we're going to go ahead and trust their testing kits. Whoa, gotta love it, got to love it. So let me get you back on one last screen here. I'm hoping everybody again can see everything. So this is the Gateway Pundit. I like to come here every now and then. And the only thing I really wanted to pinpoint was thousands turn out for President Trump's first Save America rally of 2022 in Florence, Arizona. That is here. That is about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours north of Tucson, where I reside. Thousands. Yet we're supposed to believe the 6 or 7 people that showed up for Biden's rallies overtook the elections. Just something to ponder. Oh, by the way, you know, during those times of his campaigning, Biden that is, he was hiding. The news media outlets, at least the trusted ones, were claiming that there was something mentally wrong with him. The other news outlets were claiming that we were racist, homophobes, and everything lying. We didn't know what we were talking about. There's nothing wrong with Biden. Again, just shows you the left liberal media is always, in time, proven to be wrong, proven to be liars. It just takes a little time. All right, I'm back. Thank you so much again. Happy Saturday. I don't know if you folks can see that. Right there, right next to my Digibyte sticker. Bitcoin. A wooden Bitcoin that was gifted to me by one of my subscribers. I went out, I got a plastic easel to hang it up on, and there she sits. Thank you so much. I decided at this time, I do not want to paint it. I do not want to paint it. I was going to paint it gold, and I might do that sometime in the future. But I'm going to enjoy how it looks now, and as it ages, as the wood ages, I might change my mind. Thank you again. So I'm going to say hello to a few people. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Feel free to pass my YouTube channel around, tell people about me, and hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button. So Debonair, thank you. Above and Below, and JK Pioneer, Chris S., Southwest Colorado, Adrian, who else? Port Hill. Thank you so much, Port Hill, and Esoteric. Not much is up with me. without much movement, it seems like a good time to stack. It does, but I hate to see when a silver market is stagnant. I really do. I want it to, you either fall, crash and burn so I can buy more, or you just jump up and make me happy. I just hate it when the silver, and that's just my impatience. I'll admit it, I'm much like everybody else. I'm impatient sometimes with my investments. I want to see movement, I want to see action, I want to see growth. But with silver, it's a long-term thing, right? I always say that. It's a long-term thing, and we just have to be prepared to wait it out. One more kilogram of silver off the market. So, Butch, Michael, I'm taking it. You bought some silver, and that's good. That's good. Nathan Swoofs, that's right. You keep your own savings in your own home, under your own control, in your own safe. They cannot take it away from you. Read today that Bitcoin trading volumes are way down. Lower supply will probably lead to higher prices. Next resistance should be at 48K. So I'm hoping so, because before the crash of Bitcoin, I think it was at 48. It would fluctuate, 48, 49-ish. I think at one time it touched 50. I could be mistaken. But what I liked about it is all the other cryptos, all the other altcoins followed Bitcoin. Again, there's a lot of heavy-duty investors in there that are shorting the market, and they're driving prices down, in my opinion. They're driving them down, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. I'm hoping, though, I'm hearing that in the next month or two, there's going to be a turnaround in the crypto market. I want to show you guys something real quick. I want to show you guys something here. Let me see something. I want to make sure you can see it. A lot of people don't know, but I have a hobby. And everybody's always asking me personal questions about myself. A lot of them I don't like to answer because they're personal. But, I have a hobby. I have many hobbies. Photography. I like high-end audio, listening to high-end audio and whatnot. And, a lot of hobbies, shooting. But another hobby, though, that I have that really takes stress off of me is bread baking. And I bake my own bread. And I was contemplating on making a video. These are sourdough breads, by the way, and I make them from scratch. And I was thinking about making a video on how to do it. Now, it's one thing to make a video on a loaf of white bread, which takes about 3 or 4 hours from mixing to proofing to rising to second proofing, blah, 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 and to baking. 4 hours. With sourdough bread, these are all loaves that I made. With sourdough bread, you do that, but then you throw it in the refrigerator for about anywhere from 24 to 48 hours to get the yeast, the dough to ferment. And that's how you get that sour flavor. That's how all sourdoughs are made. They're what they call retarded in a cool environment so they can't overproof. So these are just some of the loaves I make, just a hobby. It's healthy. I can eat 2 sandwiches of Wonder Bread, 2 sandwiches made of Wonder Bread, and I feel like I ate a brick. I feel so bloated. I can go through half a loaf, and these loaves, don't be deceived, are pretty big. I can go through half a loaf and feel like nothing because there's just good grains in there. There's only 4 ingredients. There's yeast, which I make my own yeast. I don't buy that garbage in the jar. Flour, water, and a little bit of salt. There's a couple of pitchers. Open crumb, that's what you call a crumb. So I'm thinking about it. I don't know what you folks think about seeing a video, but that's just one of my hobbies. Some dudes like to grow daisies and roses. Not for me. I wants to eat. So I hope you enjoyed that. Who else is here? Butch, silver and gold ain't that special except when we live in times like these. You know, I want to address that. Silver and gold ain't that special except when we live in times like these. I think it was about 3 weeks ago, somebody said they were going to buy land. They said they were going to buy acres. They said they've been stacking. I thought that person said since the 80s or 90s. So you can imagine the prices of silver when they bought it, compared to versus the price of silver which they sold, which was just a couple of weeks ago. Made big bucks. I don't think a savings account would have brought that kind of profit in. I don't think a savings account would have helped this guy as much as his silver and gold stacking from the 80s or the 1990s. So, while I do agree that we should all diversify a little bit, silver has its place, and silver is helping a lot of people out. They're saving it up, and I always tell people, don't die with a bunch of silver in your safe. I'm serious. Do not die with a bunch of silver in a safe just so you can get on YouTube. Oh, I got a lot of silver. No, utilize it. Put it to work for you. This guy bought silver probably when it was dirt cheap. He sold it probably right around $23, $24 an ounce. And he probably more than doubled his money. I would have to say quadrupled his money. So put it to work for you. It's not there just to sit there and impress your friends. Utilize it. If you got debt, pay your debt off too. What good is a bunch of silver if your interest rate of your debts are burying you? This doesn't make sense, folks. It really doesn't. More ammo. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Adrian. They speak to those who can be manipulated. Adrian Niku. That's exactly what I said. Malleable, like clay. That's who they're speaking to. But then you watch these videos of just people asking them random historical questions or demographic questions, and they just don't know the basics. They don't know. Some of them don't even know who Kamala Harris is. I saw one just a few weeks ago. They don't even know who Kamala Harris is, some of these people. Yet they are allowed to vote. Yet our politicians on the socialist side are telling you that we are restricting voting rights. We allow idiots to vote. Idiots with earrings through their nose and bones through their ears and holes through their brain, and one color head is red and the other is blue. You know, it is comical what they don't know and what they think they know because they read a headline. They think they know because they heard an excerpt on television from NBC or something. So they think they're well informed. You know, I get bitched out when I tell people I listen to CNN, NBC, ABC, because you have to know your enemy. You can know everything about what you need to know on your side of the political aisle. But you only know half if you don't know how the other half is thinking and their tactics. Very much like generals. You can learn how to fire a gun all you want. You can know how to shoot the, cannon or whatever, artillery. You can learn how to operate a tank and fly helicopters. But if you don't know the tactics of your enemy, you're worthless. So I say, go ahead and listen to the news on the other side. It's actually comical. It's actually funny. It's actually sometimes more exciting than watching the news that I agree with. That light right there, I keep looking at it and it's blinding me. It's giving me a freaking, ugh. I need to get some professional lighting in here. It doesn't need to be expensive. I need to spend a few $100s on lighting. That's actually a lamp. Aaron's 12 Shelby GT500. Let's go, Brandon. Thank you so much, Aaron, and your Shelby. Philip Saunders, exactly. We asked a college intern the other day who Jefferson Davis was. Absolutely clueless. But they can tell you, man, we're a racist country. None your business. Thank you. Darth Nilius Sith. Are you going to do another goal challenge this year? I want to say yes, but I'm also strapped. I got some financial obligations that need to be taken care of, and I have no right to buy gold or something until that can be handled. I got a feeling they're going to be handled within the next couple of months, though. Then I will reevaluate, sticking a gold envelope right there like I did the year before, saving up. Every time I put a dollar bill or a 10 or a 20 in that envelope, I show it to you, I put it in, and we all save together. And on that, when we're ready, I kind of hope that we would all do it simultaneously. We'd go to a website, flood them with a gold purchase, but that didn't happen the last time. Everybody would save up at different paces, their own rate, and they would just buy it and then let me know. And that was cool also, but I plan on doing something. I don't want to put my foot in my mouth and tell you I'm going to do it on X date and then I fail. So it's not going to happen that way. So yes, Darth, I plan on doing it. I need another month or so. Okay, give me another month and we'll do a gold challenge. And that's just nothing but everybody has to get an envelope. They put it behind them or something that they can see it every day, something that really motivates them. I even spray painted my envelope gold challenge, and every time I did a video, it was sitting right there where that white sticker is. I gotta get rid of that light. It's freaking killing me, man. Blinding me. Vincent St. Roman. Why is there a laborer shortage in this country? 2 reasons. Possibly 3. I'm going to say 2 of them. 1. Being paid not to work through COVID relief funds. Okay, there's 1. Why go to work when you're getting a check in the mail? 2. Many companies are laying you off if you are not abiding by their vaccine mandate. I said there because I don't want to blame it on the federal government, but we know the federal government is pressuring them. You receive money from the federal government, contracts from the federal government, you name it. You're pressured. A Boeing? You know, I just seem to remember, this federal government talking to Boeing, I just seem to remember that your contracts are coming up. You know, that widget that you're building, it's coming up. And I know you're going to be putting a bid in. Same with all the other defense contractors. They're going to be putting bids in. Just want to let you know, It really would help you out if there was a mask mandate and a vaccine mandate. Just saying, we want to renew your bid, but you don't have to because we're a free loving country. But don't feel like you're pressured, okay? That's how it goes. That's exactly how it goes. And that way, the government can say no. We're not telling people what to do. No. Same thing with free speech. No. We're not telling people they can't talk about that. That's Twitter. That's Facebook. That's YouTube. They're the ones that are to blame, not us. Your loving federal free loving government. No, that's how it is. Legalized extortion. Try doing it yourself. You go to jail. Legalized extortion. Thank you, Vincent St. Roman. Thank you so much. Peter Schweigart. Thank you. Who else is here? Sarge 27271. That should be a movie. What's wrong with Brandon? I don't even think Brandon knows how bad Brandon is doing. I think he's actually kept, and I mean this. I'm not trying to be sarcastic, or I believe he is kept away from televisions, from anything that might show him what America thinks. And he's basically getting his news and entertainment through the people, the bubble around him. You want a milky bottle? Brandon, you want your little warm milky bottle and you want to watch some television? They'll probably put on a little DVD. They don't want him to see anything broadcasted live on the news stations or anything. They'll probably throw in a little freaking Flintstone, little Flintstones video for him while he sips his little sippy cup of warm milky. By the way, did you folks watch that movie? I'm telling you, first of all, this movie, it's on Netflix, I believe. You're going to love the movie. It's a great movie. I watched it twice. I rarely watch movies twice. It was a good movie. Entertaining, funny, but it was a metaphor right down to the wire of what's going on in this country. The movie is called Don't Look Up. Please, folks, watch it. Now, it's sad because when you're watching the movie, you see all the metaphors and analogies of what is going on in life. Everything from the cell phones, how people are just occupied, who got married, who's screwing who. Oh, this movie star is screwing that movie star. Oh, and they're blocking, they're just being inundated with worthless news. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, real news is occurring. And it's just total metaphor what's going on in real life. So I'm looking at some of the reviews. You can go to actually type in a movie name and then type the word in reviews. Not review, reviews, plural. There's a difference. And you see some of the comments. None of them are getting it. Oh, it's a great movie, fun movie. I rate it 4 Rotten Tomatoes out of 5. And not a lot of these, they're not getting it. They're not even seeing the similarities of what is happening in that movie to what is happening in real life. And they talk everything about the government and the voting process and the cell phones and the social media and the stupidity and the divide and conquer, most of all, of what's going on in this country. Please, if you folks haven't seen this movie, Don't Look Up. I urge you all to see it. It is a great movie. I go off on these tangents, don't I? I don't know. I saw news reports in the EU about a concrete wall barricade being built in the garden of the White House. Any truth to what any truth to that or fake news. I managed to find a video footage of a girl filming it. So I heard rumors, I got to say these are rumors, that they are going to be building a permanent structure. Whether it is a fence or a wall, I don't know. I'm hearing rumors. So, obviously if they were such freedom-loving, caring people, they wouldn't need to worry about their own lives. So they're doing something that the people don't like, and they're going to blame it on domestic terrorists. Anybody that doesn't agree with them or doesn't go with them, domestic terrorists. Oh, you don't want to give up your guns? Domestic terrorist. You don't agree with free speech? Charles Atkins, thank you so much. Silver Wolverine, thank you so much again. Steve Hall, I don't believe there's a labor shortage. There is, but it is being self-inflicted. This labor shortage is being self-inflicted. For example, hospitals. It told everybody you're either freaking vaxxed or you're out. Well, now they're out and they don't have enough personnel to man all the empty beds. That's what's going on. Self-inflicted. Chris S., no chemtrails here today. What a difference from yesterday. I was solely mad yesterday over the sun-blocking vapors coming off those planes. As I write, I pray you are all rapture ready. Thank you so much, Chris S. I'm working on it. I'm working on being forgiven by my Lord and Savior. I sometimes wonder if he even hears my prayers, though. Silver Wolverine, let's go, Brandon. Who else is here? This is actually turning out to be a great live stream, from my perspective. I'm enjoying it. I bought 1,400 coins from Portsmouth Coin and 1,000 dimes from Coin Exchange buying junk silver. Awesome, Charles Atkins. Do you cook more than your wife? That's kind of on the personal side. I don't mean any disrespect. I don't like talking about my wife in these videos. Yeah, so none. Yeah, and then besides, it's also a sign of disrespect. I just don't want to go there. That looks good to me. You must be talking about the bread. None of your business. Debonair Dylan, cool. I feel any hobby that makes food is great for prepping. I have gotten into growing microgreens recently. So you did see the bread. You saw the pictures of the bread, yes or no? I sometimes wonder when I'm showing it, because this software sucks. I don't trust it. Sometimes I'll get and do a live stream and the mic is not working. I'm like, what the hell? I'm doing the same thing I did for the last 2 years. Polo 1, Rich Kegel. That was so cool. Must be talking about the bread also. Polo 1, I'm getting Silverbind, ETH, Hex, and please when mainnet is launched. Buying ETH, man. I remember when ETH was. And I had some ETH. You're looking at an idiot. If you're looking at the screen, you're looking at an idiot. I bought some ETH when it was like $30, $40. It was stagnant. Didn't I tell you? I have a patience problem. It was stagnant for a long time, and I sold. Look at the price now. Idiot. I'll tell you when I screw up. Larry Summers in the house. What's up over tax? I'm predicting high gas prices, so bought shares of U.S. Energy Index. Awesome. Nathan Swoops, I bought extra V-Chain, decentralized, Engine Coin, and the graph during this dip. and I feel good about it. I'm ready for crypto to go up again. I want to make a comment. When I first mentioned cryptos in 2018, I was telling people I bought some Digibyte, I bought some Theta. I was scolded up and down by my subscribers. It is amazing to see how many are starting to catch on to this cryptocurrency. I promise you, just like I promised with silver, because when I was preaching silver, it was $14, $15. We saw it go all the way up to what, $28? I wasn't mistaken about that, and I'm not mistaken about cryptos. I'm not going to mislead you. I don't have a lot of links. No, I have no links, 0 links that say buy your stuff from me and I'll, give you like a percentage off, or something so I can make money. Hey, no advertisement links or anything from me. If I tell you something's good, you can rest assured it's good, and I'm not just saying it's good because I get something free from it. You're going to be happy with your cryptos, folks. How do you mix the dough with a machine? So you can. I mean, I use my hand. I just use my hand. I use also what they call a dough scraper. Like I said, one of these days I might do a video on how to do it. I just don't want to bore people to death. Good looking buns. Each bun, I swear to God, is about that big, and it actually goes up. So they're called bulls. Artisan breads, the round ones are called bulls. Boule. Am I pronouncing that right? But the bread is so freaking good. It's tough chew. It's got a tough chew, but it's soft. So the crust is tough, but the insides is like just a soft sponge. It's just phenomenal. We've all gone to those nice restaurants. You just get a piece of bread that's just like, whoa, this is freaking awesome. Some real butter. AGL, Bitcoin will be like the musical chair, only a few will get rich. Tax regulations are coming. Okay. And I hope, I heard about the tax regulations, but you're still going to be able to make some profit. Been picking up Cardano. I wish I had some of that. And DOG. That's awesome, Larry Summers. Sandy Elliott. The young ones are brainwashed and ignorant and won't listen to reason. Nope. And there fads. You got the pomegranate fad. You got this juice fad. You got the green the vegetable fad. They love fads and being in style. So if it looks cool to say the world's racist, they're going to join that club because they want to look cool and in style. They'll get on their knees. I've seen videos of white people getting on their knees in front of other people, asking forgiveness for being white. One day they're going to look back at those videos. One day. And they're going to cringe. They're going to be ashamed. One day. I know I've done things in my past that I look back and I cringe. I've never done anything like that. I've never knelt before somebody and asked for their forgiveness for being white. Cancel Bubble, are folks here playing the meme stock short squeeze play? I haven't heard of it. No, I don't. You Kung Fu YouTuber made another live stream. Awesome. Thank you, Kung Fu. Hope you're well. I am. I'm well. I'm just tired today. I went to the gym. It was leg day. You know, some days you go in the gym and I was going to cuss there, and you just kill it. You just freaking kill it. I went in there and came home. And I said to myself, I'm taking my body's telling me it needs time off. So I'm going to take maybe half the week next week and just let my body catch up, heal, rest, let the central nervous system just reset, you know. Just got a late notification. Hello, sorry about that, Mr. Glock 23, but I am glad that you came here. Jimmy Lacari, thank you so much for being here. None your business. Did you see the videos of the guy that offered people a silver bar for a candy bar? Not one person took the silver bar. Yeah, I saw those videos. I think some of those videos were put out by Mark Dice, where he would walk around and literally pull out a silver coin. Literally pull it out, or a silver bar. And I've seen him do gold too. Hey, would you give me $1 for this? They would look at him and scoff. No. No. You racist. None of your business. Thank you so much. Scrapper Stacker. Hello from the fail state of New York. God, I keep asking you, Scrapper, what part of New York you from? I think I ask you every effing time. You know, I was born in Brooklyn, raised in the Bronx. I lived up in the Hudson Valley area. I lived up in the Buffalo area. So I'm always asking people, what part of New York you from? Merkza Steri. Greetings from Poland. Let's go, Brandon. Hello. I can go for some pierogies. I love pierogies. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. My favorite is the potato and onion pierogies. Oh, I love them. I love them. Yukon Cornelius, I just bought 4 beef cows. I'm taking a break on precious metals. You bought 4 cows? You think you can ship me a side on ice? I'm always curious, when you buy a cow and you slaughter it, you obviously have to let it age before you really can butcher it up into steaks and do a barbecue or something, right? It has to be aged, right? I'm just always curious about that. What happens if one day I bought a cow and then one day I decided I needed to slaughter it? How do I prepare it for the dinner table? You know, obviously it needs to go through some kind of aging process and whatnot. That stuff is stuff I would like to learn. 4 beef cows. I wouldn't mind getting a half a freaking pig too. Those freeloading college tuition bums better start paying for it back come May 1st. Thank you so much. Spectacular. How's it going? It's going very well. Thank you so much. You rather pay for unemployment benefits for others who don't want to work rather than help make a smarter community with a higher education. Are they really, and I mean no disrespect to anybody, but one would really need to ask, are they getting a higher education in college, or are they learning to be communist with a little bit of education sprinkled in there? One needs to ask. Mojave Stalker, thank you so much. Thank you very much for being here. Mafia always gives you a choice. You just have to make the right one. That's true. Yeah, I see some people taking student loans out to go to college. I kid you not. I'm not lying here. 50, 60, $70,000 student loans. And they'll give it to you. They don't care. Basket weaving. Taking a basket. And they don't care. You it could be the stupidest thing. They'll throw all the money because a lot of these are government subsidized loans, which means you cannot get out of them. And you're in debt for life until they're paid off. I'm not talking stuff like Pell Grants and that sort of thing. I'm talking federal student loans. You used to be able to claim a bankruptcy to get out of them. No longer. You do not get out of a federal student loan without paying it off. So I've heard of people taking crazy student loans out for the stupidest classes, for the stupidest degrees. But then again, I need to say this. If you take out a student loan, you did it. Not him, not her, not that person either. You took it out as an adult. No one forced it upon you. Therefore, I believe you are responsible for it. I took out a student loan. To this day, I'm still paying. I'm not blaming anyone for that student loan that I signed the papers for. I only owe about I owe about $3,200, $3,200 on it. So I'm very close to paying it off. But it's my fault. I don't believe it is fair that I've been paying on my student loan for 25 years. And then one day they're going to wipe out student loans. Probably the day after I make my last payment. Is that fair to me, the person who paid his student loan? I don't believe so. Besides, if they pay off your student loan, the debt doesn't go away. It just gets passed down to the taxpayers. So they might pay off your student loans, but the next year taxes need to go up, just 1% here or 1% there for some other reason. They won't tie it to paid off student loans. It's not fair. So I think it's fair that you pay off your debt that you signed for. That'll piss me off if they wipe out student loans after my last payment. I think the government does need to get out of the student loan program. I personally believe that all schools should not be subsidized. Not one school. All right, let me take a step backwards. Obviously, your state needs to pay for its grade schools, its junior high schools, and its high schools. That's it. But when you start charging students for credits, for tuition, you should be self-subsidized. You should not be taking money from our government, us, and double dipping. If you're selling a good product and you're given a good service, your business will survive. But when you are given government subsidies, you can run your business into the ground, give a lousy product out, a lousy service out, and not worry about failing. See, that's what the problem is. there's no quality control mechanism no longer in place when you're able to just give a lousy service out, turn your students into communists. The highest dropout rate of students and still get the government subsidies to keep you afloat. It is wrong. No better than a business down the road who gives out defective equipment all the time, sells defective equipment, and could care less about customer service. People eventually stop going to that business. But then would it be fair that they get subsidies from the government to stay afloat? Not at all. I believe a business should be forced to self-regulate their quality. And you're not going to have a quality control or even care about quality control when there's no risk of losing your business. That's the problem with government subsidies. I do not agree with them. Once you start charging for tuition, boom, you shouldn't get government funding. I always find that the people who want government student loans forgived are the people who have student loans. It's true. I don't want to pay this no more. I don't have enough money to pay for my my going out to the club and this and that. That's the people who want student loans forgived. I wish they would forgive mortgages. I just think it's fair that we just forgive all the mortgages. It's just the right thing to do. James Ryan, thank you so much for being here. Again, spectacular. I read all your comments. Great comments. Thank you so much for being here. Eric, thank you very much. Who else is here? Because I'm going to have to go and... Big Pharma and Big Ed are in bed with Big Brother. You know it, brother. You know it. No pun intended. You know it. Eric, I believe people should be held to the consequences of their actions and choices, whether it's abortion or career choice. Eric, I 100% agree with that statement. People should be held accountable, and there shouldn't be a safety net in place for every little mistake you do. Because if there's too many safety nets in your lifetime, you will not learn from your mistakes. You must fail. You must scrape your knees and learn from those mistakes, that pain the mistakes cause. And when government takes away all the pain from your mistakes, you have not learned nothing. But the fact is that you can make the mistakes again and government will come back and repeat and rinse all over again. You've learned nothing but that you can do them over and over. So while the monetary system will crash, I just read a comment, you still should pay your debts. Okay? You really should. And again, even if they wiped out the student loan, and I don't know how we got on this student loan rampage here, even they wiped it out, do you think the banks are going to forgive that? Can you imagine the government's going to each and every bank, you're going to forgive this loan? We are? Well, we're going to need a bailout. And where does the bailout come from? It comes from, you guessed it, goes on to the federal debt. The federal debt is paid from the taxpayers. I tell you this all the time. Everything gets passed down. Everything gets passed down to the working, I said working taxpayer, because the unemployed do not pay taxes. So you can pray for somebody else's student loan to get paid for. or forgiven. You will be paying it if it is forgiven. Due taxes. Is it a wall to mark Trump's moment of power? I don't know anything about that. I heard rumors that there was going to be another fortified protection barrier, whether it's a gate, whether it's a wall. I have no flippin' clue. I really don't. Killing a baby is quite a different story. Spectacular. Shout out from New Zealand. Boy, I can't speak. By the way, can I ask everybody a small favor? And don't worry, I'm not going to borrow your car keys. Can you all give me a thumbs up if I'm doing an okay job? If I deserve it, give me a thumbs down. I really would appreciate it. Storm of Truth. Everybody have a good day. Gotta go. Storm of Truth, thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Mike, he says my microphone sounds good. You buy more Digibite. When I'm ready, I am going to get some Digibite. Same story with the gold. When I'm ready. Digibite. But I'm going to tell you something. I've been preaching, and I tell you, every time I make a mistake or every time I misspeak, I will admit to it. I've been preaching Digibite for the longest time. I've been preaching Digibite since it was 1.3 cents. 1 penny, just a little bit over 1 penny. I've been swearing up and down it's going to go to $9 to $12. Well, it went as high as 8 cents. So if you bought thousands upon thousands, you still made a profit. But I've not seen it even touch $1 yet. Those speculations weren't something that I modeled or conceived. I'm reading other people's information, other people's data. It's going to be going to $8 or $9, 9 being the lowest, and 10 being or 12 being the highest. I haven't seen squat. It's the golden steamroller, some of them said. It's going to be doing a lot of work. I haven't seen squat. So I'm a little disappointed with Digibite. And I think I'm going to need to see Digibite drop a little bit more before I reinvest into Digibite. I'm just so disappointed with Digibite. It's been 3 years and the price is, as of today, doubled. Maybe doubled. Maybe a little bit more than double. Is that something to squawk about? Double price? No, but it far falls short of the price expectations that we were all told. It makes me feel like a fool telling you that, although I am grateful that you didn't lose money on it. But yes, I will buy Digibite. I'm waiting for that right time because I'm hoping if I can buy more Digibite, let's just say at 2.5 cents and it goes up to 5 cents. Again, I've doubled my money. So I'm waiting for it to really fall. It is something I think everybody should have in their bag. Their holding bag is Digibite as well as Theta. But I am taking a step back of that $9 to $12 range. It might be $9 to $12, actually, but it'll be in like 50 years. I'm being facetious. Watch it happen and within 5 years, and I'll have to come back here and say I was wrong again. Yeah, I'm almost at 20K. I can't seem to reach 20K subscribers. It keeps going up to 11,900 and falls. 11,900 and falls. I don't know if it's the YouTube algorithms. I probably would need to take a little bit of blame myself because I haven't been putting out as many videos. So I can't say all my problems are somebody else's, right? But I can tell you that I cannot seem to get it to 20,000 subscribers. Just cannot. The only streamer on YouTube that will read comments one by one. Impressive. I try. I try. I think when you're not reading comments, there's one YouTube channel out there. I just cannot stand him. And all he does is he'll make a title. And this is not an actual title. Why Digibyte crashed. He'll do a live stream for 45 minutes. And he'll talk about why Bitcoin crashed for 1 minute. And it's somewhere towards the end of the video. So you go on. First of all, and all he does is live streams, mind you, and he doesn't really answer or any questions or anything. He just likes to hear himself speak. I try because I know your time is valuable. Time is our most precious commodity, and I respect the fact that you guys come here and I try to read. And if I don't know the answer, I'll flat out tell you I don't know the answer. Just because I have a YouTube channel doesn't mean I'm all-knowing. But I try. Thank you so much, Mojave Stalker, for recognizing that. How is your cryptocurrency for 2022? My cryptocurrency. I'll be honest, since up to this date in 2022, I haven't bought any cryptos. I hope that's going to change very, very shortly, though. Got to go with my finances, right? Are we still early on the crypto? Yes, you are. You are. This is a good time to get into cryptos. A good time. I remember buying silver for under 10 an ounce and gold for about 700 per ounce. I don't know what Antum ID is, Gregory Thomas. I don't know what that is. Just like Portuguese bread. God, I can't even speak. Someone on Instagram, a young black man, said, "Death to all blue members and their families." When I reported that for violence in speech, Instagram said that it does not violate their policies. Yep. Message in a bottle, humans only thing on earth that kneels and asks forgiveness for being itself. Who else is here? It's cold here today in New York. Last night was 0 at my house. I miss New York. I love New York. I wish I can get a slice of pizza from New York. And I'm not talking about the Manhattan crap. I'm talking about, first of all the food. I'm not saying all the food. Well, I did say all the food, but I don't mean all the food in Manhattan. But the pizza in Manhattan sucks. You got to get out to the boroughs. Everybody keeps telling me, "Oh, I'm going to go visit Manhattan and I'm going to have some of their pizza." Well, it's going to be the same garbage you have here in Tucson because it's all chains and, you know, if you want real New York pizza, you got to get to the Bronx. You got to get out to the Queens. You got to get out of Manhattan. Debonair Dillon, thank you so much for being here. Gregory Thomas. Gonna have to get a bigger boat if you want a cow. You moved your AR from the background. Yeah, I might throw a shotgun up there. The reason why I moved the AR is we had some contractors here doing our bathroom countertops. And I didn't feel comfortable with contractors being in here. Hence, it was locked up, and I never got around to taking it back out. But I might throw a different weapon up there, and throw a shotgun up there. Yeah, I think I'd rather have a shotgun for self-defense than an AR anyway. Raw Food Writer, Freedom Stacker, Mike Moss. My physical therapy interns are commonly graduating with 150 to 200K of student loan debt to start their career. That's horrible. Student loan, use it on silver. Agree. Message in a bottle. I paid 20,000 in my loans to a few years ago. Was a dropout too. Yukon Cornelius. They forgive student loan debt after a certain time of making payments, anyways, regardless of when you're ready. They don't forgive student loan debt if it's federal. If it's a federal student loan, they don't forgive you. When you're dead and in a coffin, they'll forgive that loan. And I said federal student loan because there are other student loans that are funded by other people than the federal government. I only lasted 1 year at university doing psychology, 14,000 owing, but could not survive that environment. My fault. I thought I was learning to help people, but after 1 year, damn, not helping anyone. Who else is here? I'm about ready to take a break. Freedom Stacker, Ned, I still buy one eagle a week. That's awesome. Wildlife Prepper, Overtax. How do you feel about mine stocks? I don't really like stocks at all. However, there are other people that like mining stocks. I don't like the stock market. The only way I dabble in the stock market is through my 401k plan. Because my employer matches 5%. It's 4 or 5%, and that's a free 4 or 5% to my contribution. Other than that, I probably would not play with the stock market. I know nothing about the stocks, but I will tell you this. If I had to do it all over again, maybe 2-3 years ago, I probably would have got some freaking Moderna and Pfizer stock, because I got a feeling if you have any of that and have had it for a while, you're going to be filthy rich. Yeah, I got a Remington, what is it, an 870 12 gauge. I like it. Wildlife Prepper, Josh Westbrook, thank you so much. Ned Flanders. You're right, all stocks are risky. Wildlife Prepper, who else is here? Well, anyway, I'm going to go. I'm really tired, actually. I don't know if you can tell. I'm just exhausted. I just wanted to get here and say hello. Just go take a nap. And it's Saturday. I think we should all take a nap. Anyway, folks, thank you so much again. Subscribe, pass my name around. Help me get to 20,000 subscribers.